Well, let's jump in to just some basics, which is general financial planning. How much money do I need to retire comfortably?
I mean, it varies client to client, but I mean, a good rule of thumb, just to simplify it, is probably somewhere, around the 15 times to 25 times what your annual take-home pay is. So, again, rule of thumbs work, sort of like horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, true.
You can go by rule of thumbs, but our process is different. It really is what Jordan said, tailored and detailed to every client's goals and dreams. And we take pride in like the level of detail that our team goes with clients. Whether it's year-to-year cash flow planning or planning for taxes way ahead of the game, before the bill comes in April. We're having those conversations with clients. And that's the process really matters. It's not rule of thumbs with us.
It's proactive.
Yes.
I want to jump in there too to piggyback off the process conversation. I think we get that question a lot. It's a very common question. A lot of people want to come to us and say, hey, I've got $1 million. I think I'm ready to retire. What do you guys say? Exactly. We kind of give them that blank stare back like, we need to know a lot more about you.
So you planning on dying in the next 7 years? Is that where you're
Exactly. No, that's spot on. I think what I always tell folks when we talk about everything in our process, but we need to take it all back to the very beginning. We don't know what your number is going to be until we understand what your goals are. What are you trying to accomplish with your money? What do you want retirement to look like? For some people, it's very minimal. For some people, it's the very opposite. And we need to know these things about individuals before we can comfortably tell them, hey, baseline, if it's 15 to 25 times or cash flow planning analysis, figuring these things out. We need to have a better understanding of who you are as a person before we can even have that conversation about what's that final number.
Well, yeah, I think it's unclear, right? I mean, to come up with a number and have an understanding of something that you're not familiar with, well, you have to learn what it is exactly that you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, before you can decide what that number would be, which makes sense.